Get up, get up. Hey. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Alarm go off, gotta rise from the bed. Dreams don't move if they stay in your head. Feet hit the floor, mind on the mission. Small steps stack when you trust repetition. Some days green, some days red. Still gotta learn what the last move said. Can't skip rules just to chase that feeling. Strong foundation, put cracks in the ceiling. Show your work, let the progress talk. Step by step, let the whole thing walk. If you fall, get facts from the fall. Take that lesson and answer the call. No shame in being wrong. If you grow, no gain in moving fast with no control. Plan in your hand, eyes on the way. Patience gets paid when discipline. Put the work in. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Pressure get loud, but the plan stay quiet. Everybody talks, only few really try. You want results, gotta build that range. Can't feel lost if you came here to change. Write it down, mark the reason. Strike the work through every season. If it don't hit, then review that choice. Clean up the noise, then sharpen your voice. Stack good habits like blocks in a wall. 1 week rule can't shake it all. So stay on script when emotions arise. Truth shows up when you analyze. No magic trick, no lucky lane. Just sweat, but focus, lesson pain. Then one day they see what you made. Not from guessing, from the work you laid.
Lock in when it's boring. Lock in when it's slow.
Lock in.
Lock in when nobody sees.
That's how progress shows.
Learn from the mistakes.
Build from the sky. Follow the rules. Raise the bar. Get up, put the work in. Show that progress, let them see you working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Lock in. Show work. Learn more. Follow rules. Stay ready. Put the work in.
Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing out here on this Friday for us? Let me turn this down for me a little bit. There we go. All right. Well, I got a good day going on here. So we got a couple of things we're gonna look at here today. I'm gonna show you kind of what we were looking at yesterday and what it did, and try to look for some trades today. We'll also look at a few things. I think I want to show you some of the cross pair tradings. I'm gonna look at something like that today. If y'all have anything else that you want me to look at today, make sure you jump in. Let me know in the comments in the live, and if you want me to come back and look at something else, you know, another day or whatever, and you're watching as a follow-up or something like that, you can comment in the comments there, and I'll see that. We'll talk back and forth, and I can see what I can do for you. So definitely make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share out on all your socials and other things like that. And let's get some more people into Strike. It's the new up and coming decentralized perpetual exchange right there. And if you haven't, you need to go look at Infinity Rising. They got a new thing too. I could probably show you that. And then also you need to use World Mobile too, you know. go to Acellular and check it out. Also, use chart prime indicators. So, let's jump into the stream here. Alrighty, so let's see, what do we got here? So this is Zcash. So yesterday on Zcash, we said that, let's go ahead and make this smaller so we can, make it smaller so we can see better. There we go. All right, yesterday we were talking about this ascending triangle here that does normally go bullish, but we did say that it was coming from a bearish move, so typically it would move bearish. So we were looking for either the upside or the downside, and as you can see, the downside did occur, but this would have been nearly impossible to trade by limit orders. When we were looking at it yesterday, we were looking for a come up to this area here, or around that, and we did come a little through it, which we would have put our stop above like the local high right here, so we wouldn't have been liquidated on that one. And we had the two targets below us outside of the triangle for the potential, like we said, of the retrace and then fall. Now we did get this, and we could have taken the long here if we were watching this as a bullish move, and that would have been pretty nice here. But when you fell back through it here, this is where they wiped everybody out. When it fell back through it here and then came all the way and did that much of a wick, it even got all of these people that were needing, from over there. So that would have been, hard to trade. But if you were sitting here and you saw this wick occur, this was a SFP, and you could have gotten into the short here, and then it immediately shorted, came back, retested, and failed. And when it failed, it failed, came way down. So our next target that I had drawn is down here, because we were looking at it here, this being an order block for it to be able to come back. It did come back into it, and then it spiked all the way through, like SFPing all of this, or not SFP, but it got all of this liquidity that was here. Basically, it left a little bit, and then it's come down. So we were looking at that yesterday, but there was no way that you could have traded that unless you were actively watching it while it was occurring. So inhibits me from being able to do something like that at while I'm at work and everything. So we do seem to have a bullish move trying to occur here. Okay, so we were up, and then we were down. So bullish divergence kind of deal here. I'm kind of thinking it wants to come back to this order block level here, for a follow through further down. Remember, we've been looking for this 382 at 491 for a while. Didn't take any of the trades to try to get there, but we are looking for it, that's for sure. Good morning everybody out there. Make sure you stop by, hit the like button and everything there. So let's see. All right, so I don't think there's a trade here. Alexo's indicator is firing, basically saying it should go up, but that doesn't mean that it should go up by a certain amount. But also at the same time, I'm thinking it's going to come try to sweep this as an SFP, and then we could find our way up a little bit. So I'm really intrigued on like a short like this kind of deal, but that's almost a 0.5%. So I'd really want to see how it interacts if it does do something like that. You know, your MVP oscillator has flipped. You're rotating up on the money flow. The volume is up. Alexo's indicators are firing off all kinds of extra things. You were clipping right before it started going up at the bearish divergence or bullish divergence that was here. Bullish divergence brings you back to where you started. I guess you could say this is where you started. So you could target this to, you know, trade to the VWAP kind of deal. But this is the hardest part of figuring out how to trade, is to stock your entry. Because if you're trading with like lower leverage or other things like that, like you could enter now and then exit there and you still made, you know, a couple percent or whatever if you're dealing, you know, trading with a lot of margin. But if you trade with lower margin, then you can use your leverage and you can exponential this. So that's the kind of the fun stuff of trying to use the tools of leverage to your advantage and not to your disadvantage. So let's see, can we put an alert on here? All right, so we put an alert right above that. Let's go find hype. All right, so we were looking at hype as well. We were in this descending channel. We gave a target here. It did not hit that target, but it did basically do what we talked about, how it was going to come out, it was going to retest, and it was going to go, but it kind of went and then failed utterly. You know, honestly, an utter fail. You see our short here. We wouldn't have made the short, but that was the short that we were looking for at this order block here. We did go all the way through an SFP and double top here. That would have been the confirmation to short here, and then you would have had a hella short. But once again, you have to be actually actively watching the market while that occurs. So, you know, so we had a order block up here that it looked like it would, you know, possibly come back to when we were looking at it. I was looking at, I guess, last night or something, and over my sleep, it did come all the way back, retest, SFP it. We see that this is an SFP, right? Make sure I got this stuff. So this is the SFP because it closed below the previous candle and price went above the previous high. So SFP, you want to look at a short. Just like this is an SFP as well, but this was your retest liquidations of people that got short late. And then this was the confirmation again. Now we're down. Don't short. This is flop, so it's not quite ready for anything. This is going to be a bearish divergence soon. So I would definitely look for lower. This was the break of structure. This was the retest and down. This is holding at the VWAP right now. But oh, oil come down a little bit. Why did oil come down a little bit? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So this is WTI, but Brent crude got above 100. BRENT. I don't know this one, sure. We didn't get to 100 on this one either. There's people that said it got to 100. I didn't really look at it, but hey, we got close enough. But we're supposedly down at 92. 92 is still expensive, guys. We need oil down here. way down here, you know, in the $65-$70 range. Is where our economy likes oil to be at, for sure. All right, so what is the what's the ES looking like? So we came down, we're kind of sideways. This is looking at the ES on the 1 hour chart. Kind of feel like it wants to come up here. No, not that one. Horizontal ray. Kind of feel it wants to come back up here. We're also on a delay for like 10 minutes, I think is what they have. TradingView has. SPY hasn't opened yet. Dixie is over 100. Tesla still has this massive gap here. We are up a little on pre-market. We're up like $2 pre-market Tesla. We're up not much on Netflix. We are up on Apple right now. We are up a little bit on Ford, not very much. So those are some interestings there. Let's see, Bitcoin. Damn, son. Look at my trades from last night that I had on the chart, wanting to take, but did not take either one of them. Either one of them. Would not have liquidated, would still be in profit, would not have liquidated, would have taken full profit of this 3-to-1 trade. I can chart it, but I can't execute it. That's the difficultness. I left the longs and the shorts on the chart to so I could come back to it and tell myself that maybe you should believe your TA a little more. All right, so ADA. Let's look at ADA here. So we are at the POC. Actually, we're below the POC. You got a bullish divergence, though, that it had. Bullish divergence spider lines here. Tried to have here. Somehow. I guess it's going off of this price action. It's not really bullish divergence. It's more of a double bottom now. Nothing really firing on this one. Like I said, I personally was still waiting for this golden pocket that was down here. A retest of this golden pocket again. Also at the same time, let's go out to the 1 hour chart so I can show you. I was looking for a sweep of this area when it was coming back down. We never got it. We did hit the 15-minute golden pocket. We have come back down and hit this golden pocket again. We are interacting with or below the POC, so we could be trying to come down to the 786 there at 1648 on the Binance chart. But I got a buy it all section down here at the 10-cent mark. You know, just in case we come in and we do this number where we come up and then come down, because as you can see, we got this that's kind of going here. So kind of looking for somewhere in here at some point up here in the 23 cents, 20, 22, 23 cents, and then come back down, because this is the fall that nobody wants to occur, that everybody says is going to eventually occur. So you don't really know, but we are still bearish, you know, especially on ADA here. You know, we are bearish, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. You know, this was what, October? Yeah, this was October day. This was crazy day here. And we retraced all of that and gave back even more and went below everything else on the ADA market. So, you know, it is what it is on that one, but that's kind of what I was looking for on the longer term on ADA. Let's see, let's check XRP on the 5-minute chart. What are we looking at here? We are definitely down. Kind of looks like we're getting close to, yeah, that was a 786 tap. 786, go. This is bearish. That looks like it wants to roll over. There. We can give it a little further if we go here. It didn't quite get the 786, but that definitely, this is a rollover action here. It tried to get back up. There's an order block in this area here at 112 or so. It got back to, that kind of looks bearish to me. Sol is 75. Oh, look at that return to this level. That was an order block from here. We wouldn't have been still trying to look for it here unless, well, that kind of looks like there was one there again. Like you could have moved it over. But it's all right there. Definitely below the VWAP. Spider line, bullish divergence. We SFP did a little bit. Let's see, what is the 3-minute? We SFP on the 3-minute? We sure the fuck did. That's bullish. Got to get above this line now. Got a trend line that's popped in here. Don't short line has gone away. We went up, retraced. That's an SFP double bottom again. Or not an SFP, but a double bottom. Bullish action for Bitcoin. That's not bearish. From here to there is still up. That's just a bottom retracement. Because this is a bullish divergence, true bullish divergence from here to there, from there to there, bullish divergence up. I want to say Sol looks like a long to up in this area, or at least maybe here. That's only 0.33. I don't trade with enough margin to have that be worth a damn there. Doesn't really look like it. Look like it's ready to do anything. Let's look. Okay, silver, $58 rising. Gold, 4,061 rising. Hype is there. Zcash. Zcash went to the order block we were looking for. There's a short. Still says doesn't short. That's bearish. I think I'm gonna jump into Zcash short here. What do you think, guys? this 1 hour. I was like, what? Why does it look so different? All right. What are these lines all the way from? They're all from this area. Yeah, because we were still looking for the short to the 382, right? Yeah, 382 down. Creating an order block here. Feels like a short. Also looks like on here that we should come back up to this right here. Rectangle. Looks like we should come here first for the short, which I think is, oh, this is a 1 hour. We're not going to go up there, guys. I'm sorry. Go back down to the 5 minute. Let's see. It came back. No. Yeah. Almost 6:30 my time. This had tapped the order block there. Where is our retracement? Let's look at our golden pocket. Let's see. Our golden pocket would be up here. All right, so this would be gold, but be red. All right, so that's that golden pocket there. You know, I just want to click buttons because it feels like it feels like it wants to be a rollover here. What is Biddy doing? Biddy is not rolling over. Biddy looks like it wants to run. No, that looks like that's getting closer, getting ready to roll over, I guess. Let's go ahead and get rid of that trade. I already showed it to you. Zcash doesn't really follow Bitcoin. It kind of does, but, you know, not exactly follow it. I want to short it. I wanted to click buttons. Trying to do better. Everything looks like a short though. Solana is an SFP, but it's breaking down again. Bitcoin doing nothing. Breaking down. Coming down. SFP. Zcash. Now it feels like the RSI is going to roll over. Price is going to go up to here and then come down. Price is like around 503. Okay. But I don't know. Oh man, tired for sure. Stayed up late doing my continuing education credit hours and everything. last night. Only got like 4.5 hours of sleep. Get to do it all over again today. This is previous low. That's a previous low, but you know, you can point to a bunch of them. This bullish momentum has definitely been broken. 1, 2, 3, random 4. No, I don't know Wyckoff stuff anyway, so I don't know why I'm counting like I do. Short was the play. Short was the play, because that would already be in profit now. That was my want. I didn't see anything that truly gave me the inclination of yes, do it, but it was what I wanted to do. Actually, almost looks like everything is going down right now. Let's see. Bitcoin is not really. All the alts are falling. Beta's falling. XRP. Lana's down even further. Knight gives no shits. Hype down. Zcash down. Bitcoin not down. No, Bitcoin down. Bitcoin did exactly the same thing. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share, let everybody know what we do around here. Looking for trades. Not, you know, I wanted to pull the trigger on Zcash around in this area. Haven't like I for some reason think it's going to come back up a little more. I think it wants to come back up here, just a tad more to about right here. But it don't look like it wants to. It looks like everything else, all of the alts just dropped. XRP went down. XRP's going like red there. They're all even Sol is down. This is SFP though on Sol. You're starting to clip on MVP oscillator. No bullish divergence, but did get an SFP. Alexo's indicator is red at the very bottom, so you could come back up, but you could just be coming back up to retest this level again. Money flow is bearish. Bitcoin failing. What's the ES doing? ES is above VWAP. Range. Yeah, back here in this liquidity. What are we doing? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I was below the price. I was like, where'd all the price go? No ability to pull the trigger. Hype bounced on the VWAP. Hype bullish divergence. Hype SFP. Bullish divergence starting. Bullish divergence. Don't long though. Money flow is bearish, but coming up. Curving over. That's a lot of ability here to come down. Let's see, what is our Fibonacci? Could come down to this area here. This would be bullish, so we make it green. No, golden pocket, green. There we go. Okay, this golden pocket. Now we can look for, yeah, you got an order block 2. That's right here. So this is confluence area here. Looking for it to come back to potentially. That would be bullish. Because we had this downwards, came up, retest, and go. Making a little run on SpaceX here. On the 3-minute chart. A little run on the 3-minute chart. Let's see what it's been up. 1.5%. That's interesting. Are we open? Oh, we're up Apple. Up Netflix. Up Tesla. A little up Ford. Ford doesn't really move that much, you know. Bitcoin under 65. Bitcoin SFP. That was an SFP bearish divergence. Short. Not very well lived, but that's where that fell that much. This is bullish here. This is like a want for it to come back down to, but doesn't have to. Order block up here. Half a percent move there, not really enough. Zcash just rolling over from where I wanted to take the short at. So if it goes down a little further, then this golden pocket may come to this order block area. Where would we need this to come down to? Basically there. Then we could bring the golden pocket down to cover this zone here to get there. It almost feels like it wants to be bullish here in a minute. Like this is going to SFP this range and we're going to find the VWAP. But also at the same time, you never know that. It could just like... But that's what it feels like. Is This is the slow grind down to take the SFP to come back up to this area. That's what that feels like there. 640, 640. Got 20 minutes left. I would like to take a trade today, but I don't need to force a trade today. I have noticed that it's not really happening for me during my stream, but my TA that I look at, if I could sit here for another hour or so closer to market open, then most of my trade ideas I would be able to execute if I could execute them in the moment. Also, at the same time, I don't know if I would be able to do that as well anyway. So, one of the other things I was going to show y'all about is our pair trading terminal. So, with the market doing the things that it is doing and other things there, we could look to, say, long oil, and we could short the NAS. So we, long oil, short the NAS. That's what this has been doing. This isn't an up only trade, basically. So let's see. That was what I was looking at, is you could trade it that way. And you cross leverage both positions, and then you trade the difference. You earn the difference between the two, essentially. Is how that works. Or if the NAS goes down and oil goes up, then you earn double, kind of deal. If they go up but one doesn't go up as fast as the other, then you earn the difference between the two. You can even do multiple assets. You could go and do 3 or 4 different assets. I did oil over crypto kind of deal, and then when oil went down and crypto went up, awesome, good trade. I did oil or Bitcoin over oil when we had the ceasefire deal, and that did well because Bitcoin went up and oil went down. So there was that. So this was a trade that you would have gotten into a couple of days ago, but not really now. Going into the weekend and stuff like that, you wouldn't really want to take this type of trade. This would be like a Sunday futures open trade that you would want to look at and see if you want to get into that then, but not really right now. But I want to show you that it is something that you can do. Also want to show you the vaults. The vaults APR has come down to a more reasonable 16% from the 150 100 whatever percent that it was. But I want to show you we still have almost $15 in our P&L here, and we're down all the way to 16%. So we lost what, 35 cents from yesterday, and it was at like 70%. So your P&L is still going to be growing over time. So you can deposit your stables from Solana with your Phantom wallet or whatnot there. I don't really know. I have some things I'm working on with some Solana people to try to made me make a video of us, them showing me how to even operate with the Solana wallet, things like that, and supplying stables to this protocol that way. But you'll see that when it happens. We also can take stables from your Ethereum wallet. You can deposit with your credit card, you can deposit ADA, you can deposit USDM, you can deposit USDCX. You can deposit stable liquidity pool tokens from SundaeSwap. You can do all kinds of things. That's how you would fund your account, and then you can either trade with it, you can put it in the vault, other things like that. So that's how Strike Finance works. It's all owned and operated by all the holders and everything. The people that built the exchange have their tokens. They're not going to sell their tokens because they're staking their tokens to earn the fees just like we do. They just might own a few more tokens. Bitcoin is falling. Bitcoin is falling now. Bullish divergence. SFP. One, two, three drives. Golden pocket right back up into the range where all the rest of the stuff is at that point. Doesn't look like it wants to SFP. 7 seconds. 5. No SFP. Break a structure. Now we look for a short. Short in this range. Above the high. Maybe even halfway up the candle. Didn't pull the trigger. I should have pulled the trigger. See, Zcash is here. Money flow coming up. Not really on this one, but it is up here. Volume is green, but it's not rolling yet. SFP next and then go. That's different. SFP would cover this tap here. So you have the long that we were looking for. No, that's short. We don't want that one. We had the long that we were looking for here. Bring you back up. That's what we were looking for. 10 minutes to my show ends. Bitcoin SFP on the 5 minute. SFP on the 5 minute on Bitcoin. Let's see. 3 minute. Past the halfway up the candle. Order block. Order block tap. Solana just fell from that point. With divergence there. Under standard deviation, 1 tap, continue lower. It feels lower. I've been wanting lower. I would have won on Solana if I would have clicked buttons. I would have won so far on Zcast if I would have clicked buttons. Coming back up though. Hype retap again on here. We're just jibber right there. This is getting ready to fall over again, roll over again here. Is what that looks like. Maybe a tap and then go. So maybe here and then down. So you would look for a short like this. What you would look for on hype. Short like that. Eight minutes. Up reversal. You know what? Let's take a stab at Bitcoin. Like taking a stab at where I wanted to look at a short. Oh, we just got bullish divergence. Here we're at the golden pocket we were looking for. Come back forward again. Like 887 tap. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. All right, we're in a long Bitcoin. Where are we looking for it to come back up to? We got here. And here. Those are two levels there. And we could just be coming here. So we need to protect ourselves here. We are in a long. Good morning, guys. Good morning. We did just jump into a Bitcoin long off of the 887 and break through, not looking for the short right there. We were looking for the short, but bullish divergence in the golden pocket after it came back. This is an 887 from this low to this high. We could be looking just for the VWAP at 65,245. But there was bullish divergence right before we get off here, so maybe we could get something out of it. We were positive a little bit. Come back. Let's see. This was an SFP. You don't really want to come back down much, maybe than the here. So let's put our stop below the wick, right? That would be a fourth. I don't even really want to give it that much room. Okay. Come on, Biddy. Let's go up here at least. Damn. Oh, man. About to be time for me to get off here. Send y'all to Alex O. And y'all could have a good Friday there. This is our golden pocket retracement. So we'll make it gold and then red. All right, so we're gonna come out 65,331. So we're gonna take 50 at 65,331. Then we'll take 25 at 65,524. And then we'll take 65,662. All right, and then we left a runner. We'll see if we even get there. But that's my targets. First take profit is 65,331. Second is 65,524. Third is 65,662 with 2% of the runner left. Be like pennies or whatever, but you know, hey, if we just get a bullish out of it. And then we'll put our stop loss at 64,770. All right, our trade is set. We got 2 minutes. Let me talk to you about, what do you think I'm going to talk to you about? I'm going to talk to you about Acellular. So thank you for being here for the show today. Thank you for tuning in every day of the week, 7 a.m. Eastern to 8 a.m. We're the pre-market show. We look over Zcash, Bitcoin, hype, different oil, you know, Bitcoin, other things like that. But I also want you to know about Acellular and World Mobile. So if you're in the US, please reach out to me. Go to acellular.io, use the link, sign up for our service today. You can get it for as cheap as $15 a month. You can test it on your phone that you currently have without getting rid of your service. If you don't trust it, you don't want to, you know, just jump ship, you can $15, you can test the service out. You can use your second eSIM on your phones, all the rest of that, and you can see how it works. You can go global with it. You can call multiple countries, 70 different countries internationally for free on the 2 higher plans. You have plans between $15 and $55. You have reductions that you can have when you bring more people on. Up to 4 people, you get 30% off a line. All kinds of things. So come over here, use the links, and sign up for the service. If you have any questions, reach out to me as well. I appreciate y'all coming by today. Infinity Rising has some cool new packages that they have for sale there. So use the link in the description if you want to get into Infinity Rising and buy some of the packages or other things there, and use those assets in game today. Maybe not all of those in the new package will be available today, but most of the items that you can buy in the store on Infinity Rising store is you buy it and it goes into your account, and then you can get into the game and you can go bring out that gun and shoot people with it in the game almost immediately. You know, so it's pretty nice. That's pretty awesome the way that works. If you want to get my indicators that I have, you know, chart prime right here, use that link down in the description. It is 7:01. Y'all have a great weekend and go see Alex O. Have a good day.
Think what you do on your phone is private? Because the big three are always watching. They watch what you tap and predict what you'll do next. And the second you choose, it gets tracked, logged, and sold to advertisers waiting for your data. Stop allowing the big three to see everything you do and switch to acellular.io.